Hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you're listening, subscribing, and commenting. I really appreciate the support. And in this one, I wanted to speak to you about something that I've been thinking about. Maybe this is going to be a topic that's going to be a little bit controversial, or maybe a lot of you are not going to resonate with it. It's totally fine, because it's not like I'm looking for all of you to agree with me. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, obviously. And the topic is something to do with how I find celebrating New Year's extremely futile and a waste of time. And it's funny. I mean, like, I'll play the game, and I do play the game, and I have played the game, and I always do play the game because it's just the way to fit in and to avoid all of the drama. Because if I don't wish Happy New Year to certain people, they're going to come back at me and say, oh my God, you didn't wish me Happy New Year, and how could you, and you don't love me anymore, or what's going on, I thought that we were friends, or I thought that you know, the least you could do is wish me, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, I just kind of play the game, and I'll wish Happy New Year to all those people who wish me, or I'll be like, same to you, all that stuff. Or I'll actually, put it out on a social media post, or I'll put it out into the channels that I'm in, just because it's the thing to do. You have to do it in order to fit into the world. But, even while I'm doing it, even if I'm writing Happy New Year, I always think to myself, oh my God, why are we celebrating this day? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that this one day is kind of put on like this pedestal, and everyone kind of like dances around this day as if it's like the most important day in the world, just like a birthday. I really don't get the big thing about, or the big deal with birthdays either. Like, it does not make any sense to me, but that's another topic. But really, like, it's just one day switching to the next day, 1 year switching to the next year, and it's an artificial concept that has been created by mankind. Yes, the sun does revolve around the earth. Sun revolves around the earth. The earth revolves around the sun, and it does take a year. Yeah, it takes 365 days. But why is it such a big deal? Like, why are we going berserk over it? Why are we putting out thousands of fireworks all over the world? Why are we celebrating it in such a manner when there's other things that should be celebrated but are not celebrated, or other things that we should be crying about but we're not crying about? But we celebrate this weird one day, and then we think that we're doing a great thing by putting all these resolutions around it. Or a lot of people will, do a big contemplation at the end of the year, or they'll start all of these new habits at the end of the year, or in the beginning of a year, or they'll be like, all right, I'm going to forgive everyone in my life at a certain date, usually January 1st. And I just think to myself, all right, this is not a special day. Nothing big is going to happen if you start something on this particular day. In fact, you have many chances to start anything and everything every single day. Every single day you get up after the sleep that you have, that's a new beginning. That's like a new year. That's like a new birthday. Like, you've been reborn. It's a new day. It's a brand new spanking day that you're still alive. You still have all these beautiful moments to take advantage of. You don't need to wait for that particular thing, that particular day, that January 1st, in order to do all of these beautiful, amazing things to change yourself. Now, of course, I'm kind of being a little bit extreme, perhaps, because, if that works for them, let them do it, why not? But then what happens is that, it's like, Valentine's Day. People will be really lovey-dovey on that particular day, and then the rest of the year or the rest of the month, it's like, all right, I don't care about you. I'm on my phone. I'm busy with work. Who are you, kind of thing, right? And so it's like really hypocritical, because it's like, well, if you really love the person, shouldn't you pretend like every day is Valentine's Day? Shouldn't you be kind and loving and generous and all that stuff every single day? Like, why on that particular day, right? It's just a weird concept that's been created by us. It's not real. It means nothing. And the same thing with New Year's. It means nothing. It's just a day. It's a weird, random day. It means nothing. You don't have to start putting all these labels onto it and start changing everything up just because it's a day. Do it every single day. If you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to change my life on January 1st. Well, why wait until January 1st? Do it right now. What day is it? Just do it now, right? Get up in the morning, think that it's your new life, begin today. Begin right now, right? And you don't even have to wait for the morning. Start now. Whatever you want to do it now, kind of thing, right? And so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, well, but it's a special day, and it has meaning behind it and a different kind of energy and all that stuff. Yeah, but I also think a lot of it's placebo effect. You just kind of believe that it's a special day, so it has specialness to it. If you believed every single day was special, it would have specialness to it then as well, right? So why don't we believe that? Because I don't know why. Because I think we like to make everything mundane and random and ordinary, and then we only want to have a specific few days that are special. Because if every day was special and every day was unordinary, then we'd have to live that way. And we don't want to live that way. We want to live as if every day is mundane and boring, and then we have a few smatterings of nice special days that we celebrate or do cool things in. And I think the reason I kind of brought this up is also because I read the book by Dan Millman recently, that The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. And there's a quote from there that's pretty famous. I think a lot of people know about it. I'm sure you've heard it as well. And it says something like, there are no ordinary moments. There are no ordinary moments. And it's just, as soon as I hear that, every single time it gives me goosebumps. Because literally that's how I want to live my life. There are no ordinary moments. Even here right now that I'm standing here, it's an extraordinary moment. It's a special moment. It's a special day. And the same thing could translate to, there are no ordinary days. There are no ordinary days. There are no ordinary moments. There are no ordinary days. So January 1st is not a special day, but it's not an ordinary day either. Every day is special in its own way. Every day has its uniqueness. Every day should be celebrated as if it's a special day. Every day should be celebrated as if it is January 1st. And you're like, oh wow, if every day was January 1st, you'd do all these amazing things. You'd fix all your relationships. You'd send out all those letters. You would be nice to everyone. You'd be loving towards everyone. You'd eat delicious food and live life as if it was your last day. You do all these amazing things. Well, why not every single day, right? Why wait for this one particular day? Why does that have to be the case? Why can't we do it right now? Why not today? Why not this moment? And so if there are no ordinary moments, then every moment counts. Every day counts. Every moment counts. Every moment is special. Even if you're just sitting there staring off into space, sitting next to someone that you love, bored maybe a little bit, but it's still a special moment, and you're only bored because you've labeled the moment to be ordinary. You've said, well, we always do this. We always sit in front of Netflix and watch TV. It's boring. We've been doing it for years now, for decades now. Well, if you think it's boring, it's going to be boring. If you label it as ordinary, it's going to be ordinary. But there are no ordinary moments. Every moment holds in it the key to the future, and every moment in it holds the key to greatness, to enlightenment, to beauty, to fabulousness, to amazingness. It holds the key as long as you know how to look at it properly. But most of us, and I'm including myself in it, we get bored so easily, or we pretend like we're bored so easily, and then we look at certain moments and we're like, oh yeah, this is boring. I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to distract myself from it. I'm going to watch Netflix, or I'm going to read my manga, and I'm going to pretend like this moment is I'm going to make this moment more interesting by doing something else, right? And I do this a lot when I'm around people that I love, because I don't want to have those conversations with them, or I am bored with them, or whatever it might be. And instead of actually spending time with them in that ordinary moment, unordinary moment, I'll pretend like I'm doing something else, or I'll distract myself. I'll read a manga. I'll do something else in order to make the moment interesting. But I don't need to do that. Every moment is special because we have very few of them, right? I mean, a lot of times I try to think, and I'm really trying to think of it this way, that what if this was the last moment that I have with that person? Wouldn't it be the most special moment in the world? Wouldn't it be the most extraordinary moment in the world? Wouldn't I just be so present? What if that was my last moment on earth, right? What if I was going to die in that next moment? That last moment, I would live it like it was the most important moment in the world, right? And I think that's what Buddhism and a lot of religious tenets try to teach us, is that, yeah, you don't know. Maybe that is going to be your last moment. You have no idea when you're going to die. And so treat every moment as if it's special, because it is. It should be, because it's precious. It's life. You've been given this gift but we don't even use it properly because we're always waiting for that next special moment. These are all special moments. Every moment is special. There are no ordinary moments. I hope this makes sense to you. I just love this topic so much because it's constantly me trying to tell myself there are no ordinary moments. There are no ordinary moments. It's like I'm trying to create a mantra out of it so that I don't forget even for a second, and I don't lapse into boringness or into unconsciousness. If you have questions about this, let me know and I shall do a follow-up video. If you have something to share with me, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to learn from you. And again, I'm so grateful that you're watching, subscribing, all of that stuff. I'm really, really grateful. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.